did you know it's Gadget Week this week on the Marilyn Denis Show? It is. So today, Vijaya, who does many, many things, and including a food blogger, and is always on our show, and we love it. We thought, you know what? What are your favorite gadgets? So you're going to tell us your favorite kitchen tools, Vijaya. And the first one up is a griddler. How are you?
Yes. Good. How are you, Marilyn?
Good.
This
I
is
want
one
to
of
know
my
everything
favorite.
that you use.
Yes, this is like one of my favorite things to do because I have a ton of kitchen gadgets. And for me, it's really important to have things that are multifunctional. So the first item that we have is the Cuisinart Griddler, which I absolutely love. It has 6 different functions to it. So it works as a full griddle, as a full griddler, and you can do so many things with it. You can make breakfast, lunch, and dinner on it. So you can start off with pancakes and eggs
Wow.
first thing in the morning. And then I personally love making pressed sandwiches and paninis in it. So perfect for that.
Oh,
And then also doing burgers and grilled meats and grilled vegetables. You can even do a full fajita spread on this. So, so great.
I like the fact you could put those grids into the dishwasher too. That makes cleanup. A lot of people they shy away from
Exactly.
some things in the kitchen because it's too much of a cleaning hassle, but not that one. I haven't had a good panini sandwich for a long time, so I'm going to do that. That looks great.
Yes.
How about the old salad spinner? The old salad spinner.
I feel like everyone has a salad spinner at home, and typically we
Yeah.
use them for spinning salad leaves to get all that excess moisture off of them once they've been washed. But I'm here to tell you
Yeah.
that there are a million other things that you can do with your salad spinner. Firstly, believe it or not, you can proof bread in your salad spinner. So make sure your salad spinner is nice and dry. You're going to put your dough in the inner container. I know, in the inner container, close it, and then it creates the perfect warm environment for your doughs to rise.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, it's pretty incredible. You can also rinse berries in here nice and easily, dry off fine herbs. And here's a really great tip. This is one of my favorites, okay? So
Okay.
Leeks, this guy right here, he's notorious for being gritty and full of sand. And you want to make sure that you rinse all of that off before using it for a recipe, okay? So in my salad spinner,
Yeah.
I've already filled it with a little bit of water, and I have some leeks that I've just thinly sliced up. We're going to drop them into the water. Okay, and we're going to put the lid of the salad spinner back on, like so. And then you're just going to give it a whirl.
No way. What a
Yes,
great idea.
and then all that grit settles to the bottom of the salad spinner, and you have beautifully clean leeks ready to go for any recipe.
Okay. I'm gobsmacked. That's such a great idea.
Yeah, like if you don't have a salad spinner, there are like 10 reasons you should get one now.
Now, I know you maybe I'm going to go get it from the basement and appreciate it more. Thank you for that. Hey, you don't remember this because you weren't even born, but I remember when the splatter screen for pans came up on television. Everybody get the splatter screen, and they're so useful. Tell us why you love it so much. Yeah.
Yes, I love it. I love them because, first of all, they usually come in sets of 3 like this, depending on the size of your pot.
Okay.
And the thing is like I'm always cooking, like I'm frying things up. So when you're making things like sausage and bacon or just frying something up shallow, like shallow frying in a pan, things tend to sputter. And the last thing that you want to do is
Mhm.
clean off your stove. You want to avoid that. So Splatter Screen really helps with
Right.
that. And also, when you're making bubbly sauces like curries or stews or pasta sauces that have tomato in it, those like
Mhm.
the tomato splatters fly all over the place and it's a dread to clean. So all you have to do is take your little splatter guard like this, rest it on top.
Mhm.
That way everything stays contained in the pan and there's no huge cleanup afterwards. So definitely a great investment, something that everyone should have in the kitchen.
I like that. I like that a lot. Back in the day, there was only one size. Look at them doing 3 different sizes. Who knew? Okay. The microplane. Tell us about the microplane
Oh,
and how to use it.
this has got to be one of my most favorite kitchen tools of all time. The microplane is basically a tiny grater. This is a fine grater, and it does such an amazing job of zesting things like citrus. So we're zesting some citrus nice and fresh. You can also do fresh ginger, fresh garlic.
Hmm.
Parmigiano Reggiano, chocolate. It does these things so easily, and it makes such a fine texture for each of these items. It's a staple in my kitchen, and I feel like everyone should have one of these.
I love that. I have one, and I so agree with you on that one. A kitchen scale. Well, sometimes you have to measure because you're watching what you're eating. Sometimes you just need it because that's what the recipe calls for.
Exactly, exactly. And you know what? For our friends in the UK, for example, who have measurements in grams when you're doing baking, because baking is such a science, the
Right.
conversion from
Right.
cups to grams is so much easier with something like this, right? So you can go from cups
Yeah.
to
Right.
metric to imperial so easily. And this is such an important function because, again, as I mentioned, baking is such a science. And when you measure down to the gram, you make sure that your final baked good is perfect every single time. So this is a nice and lightweight guy with
Great.
many different measurements, grams, milliliters, fluid ounces. Nice thing to have in the kitchen because it's one of those things that
hmm
you'll pick up
hmm
every single time.
Yeah, it looks good and it doesn't take up a lot of room, and you'll be surprised
Hmm.
how much you use it. That's for sure.
And I just wanted to let you know, Marilyn, that the scale, the splatter guards, the microplane, and the salad spinner are all from Bed Bath and Beyond. So big thank you to Bed Bath and Beyond.
Absolutely. The last thing you're going to show us
Mhm.
are cooking mats. Tell us more.
Yeah, so these are my favorite cooking mats. I tend to use a lot of parchment paper and foil in my cooking, at least I used to. And now I've completely switched over to the cooking mats from Cuisinart. So we have the baking mat and the grill mat today. And this morning I baked
Mm-hmm.
up a few cookies on the baking mat. And the great thing about this mat is that it is reusable. So you can throw it into the dishwasher, you can hand wash it. It's completely non-stick. And it's such a great thing to have in the kitchen because, you're cutting back on waste, throwing out all that parchment and that foil, and you can use it like a million times over. So really, really great. As you can see here with the cookies, they don't stick at all.
Mm-hmm.
You can do
Oh,
meats on here.
wow.
You can do so many different things. And we also have the
Mm-hmm.
grilling sheet as well, which,
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn, believe it or not, if you put this on a grill and you put a piece of meat on top of this sheet, the grill marks will appear on the meat despite the sheet being on the grill.
And I'm going to tell you, Vijaya, we have that at home and we love it. We
Ah,
love it. Yeah, so I appreciate that. Hey, thanks to Coquina, everyone in our audience right there on the screen, you're getting the reusable grilling and baking mats. Yes, you are. Congratulations to you. Vijaya, thank you so much. Have a great day.
you're so welcome, Marilyn. Have a good one.
All right, we're going to take a break, everybody. We'll be right back.